Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on classical management theories. So classical period starts from 19th century to early 20th century. The classical era emerged during the Industrial Revolution when factories expanded, mass production increased and organization required systematic management. So emerge means started and revolution means development. So the classical period started during the industrial development when factories expanded, mass production increased, and organizations required systematic management. So in classical management theories, I will discuss about scientific management and bureaucratic management. So scientific management and bureaucratic management. So scientific management and bureaucratic management in scientific management is a theory that emphasizes efficiency through the standardization of work processes. Efficiency means getting more output from the least amount of input, means low wastage of resources. So scientific management is a theory that focuses efficiency through the standardization of work processes, and bureaucratic management involve a structured hierarchy and formal rules to manage the organizations. Scientific management. What scientific management really means? So its scientific management is all about finding the best, fastest and most efficient way to do a task. So it's all about finding the best, fastest and most efficient way to perform a task. So instead of depending on guesswork or old habits, Taylor suggested that managers should study every job carefully like scientists and then design the one best method for workers to follow. Scientific management is basically a management style. Scientific management is basically a management style that tries to make work super efficient by studying it like a science. So it is also called Taylorism because it was introduced by Frederick Winslow Taylor in the early 1900s. Scientific management. So Frederick Winslow Taylor focus on efficiency, standardization, and scientific analysis of work. So the key principle of scientific management is first is scientific study of work methods, and second is scientific selection and training of worker, and third is cooperation between worker and management, and fourth is division of work and responsibility. So scientific study of work method, example time and motion studies to determine the fastest way to load iron ore. Mean that if we use this hand carry trolley to carry the weight through hands, then it is the fastest way to carry the weight from one place to another place. So main ideas of scientific management. First is study the work scientifically. So it's the duty of the manager to observe the work, and it is the duty of the manager to note the time for each step and then find the most efficient method, like how many bricks can a worker lay per hour. So it's the duty of the manager to note the time, that how much time it will take for a worker to lay the brick per hour. If everything is optimized means if everything is utilized with full capacity. So if everything is utilized with efficiently and effectively with low wastage, and everything is properly organized. So if everything is optimized means if everything is properly organized. So so it is the duty of the manager to observe the work and note the time for each step and find the most efficient method. And for example, it is the duty of the manager to note the time for a worker that in a particular time or in 1 hour, how many bricks a worker lay per hour. So like how many bricks can a worker lay per hour if everything is optimized. Hire and train workers scientifically. So choose people best suited for a job and train them properly instead of letting them learn on their own way. So choose the best people who is best suited for to perform this job, who has the best knowledge, who has a skills, who has specialization in this field. Then choose those people who are best suited for this job and train those people who have enough skills to perform this job and train them properly instead of letting them learn their own, instead of letting them to do their own work according to their skills, instead of do their own work in your own way. No, it's wrong. Properly choose the best suited people and then properly train them and tell them that you have to do this task in this way, and in this time period you have to complete your task. And clear division of work. So managers do the thinking, planning and analysis that worker do the doing. So manager do the thinking, planning, analyzing that workers do their work efficiently and effectively, and workers fully dedicated and committed and loyal to their job, and workers are not absent in their jobs. Workers are giving them their full energy in their jobs, and workers are using their skills efficiently and effectively. And and then managers will promise the worker that if they perform the jobs early or before a deadline, then the management will reward those workers in shape of bonuses or commissions. So motivate with incentives. So good performance is equal to better pay. So Taylor believed that money was the biggest motivator for worker. So it is a very obvious statement, because every person who is not rewarded for his work, then he will not put his full energy, he is not dedicated to his work, and he will not take interest in his job, and at the end at the end no output will be produced, and it will be a loss for a company. So money is the big motivator. So when an individual think that if he will do this task efficiently and effectively, then the management will definitely reward him in shape of salary, or in shape of bonuses, commissions, or extra pay, or pay leave, or paid leave, or give them annual holidays. So money is the big motivator to motivate the worker, to encourage the worker that he will do his best, he will do his level best to perform his job, to 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 impress the management, to impress the top level management. Then the management, top level management, will think about it that this individual needs promotion in the company. And before scientific management, so workers see however they want, no standard time. So before scientific management, workers seeing sweaters, sewing shirts, sewing jackets, sewing trousers, and sewing baby clothes, uh, however they want, and no standard time, no standardized time fixed for the workers. And after the introduction of scientific management, the manager studies the seeing process step by step, and sets one best way to see a shirt, and sets a standard time, say 20 minutes per shirt. Then workers get bonus if they make more than 20 shirts in a day. Then when the scientific management introduced, then the manager study the sewing process, that what is the process to stitch a shirt or stitch clothes, and then the manager carefully study the stitching process step by step, and then he realized that the what is the best way to stitch a shirt. Then he introduced this way, and implement this way to workers, that every worker should follow this way to stitch a shirt. and then the manager set up standard time and said that the 20 minutes time is enough to stitch a shirt, and then manager set a rule that every worker has to stitch 20 shirts per day, and he introduce standard or introduce a new strategy that if a worker stitched more than 20 shirts in a day, that he will definitely gets a bonus. So there is a lot of benefit for the introduction of scientific management. So where it is used today is the scientific management used in fast food restaurants like KFC, like McDonald's, like Pizza Hut, like Burger Kings, and so many other fast food restaurant chains. So in this way, the scientific method is that how many burgers, the scientific method is that what is the time for making one burger, and what is the time to take the order from the customer, and what is the time to deliver the order to the customer, and what is the time to serve the customer, and how much time it will take to clean the customer sitting area. So it's all about comes under the category of scientific management. And in manufacturing plants, so so in manufacturing plant, for example, how much time it will take to manufacture cement and then pack into cement bags. So it means how many time it will take for the preparation of one cement bag. And in call center, like how much time it will take to resolve the customer complaint on call. So if a call center representative uh, resolve the customer complaints, for example, resolve the 20 complaints in 1 hour, so it's mean the call center representative is very efficient to perform his task. And logistic companies like Amazon, so in logistic companies like Amazon, the manager has to see that how much time it will take to pick the parcel from the warehouse and deliver this parcel to the customer. So how much time from pick the parcel and deliver the parcel. So how much time it will take to pick the parcel from warehouse and then deliver the parcel to the customer. So so it is a very scientific method uh, to note the time. So scientific management used in fast food restaurants, scientific management used in manufacturing plants, and the scientific management used in call centers, and scientific management used in logistic companies like Amazon, eBay. Contributors. So Taylor, the father of scientific management, Frank and Lillian Gilbert's motion studies, Thurbling, and Harry Gantt chart for production planning. So these are all the contributors of scientific management. So examples: in a manufacturing plant, managers record the time required for each step in assembling a bicycle and redesign the sequence to minimize waste. And in fast food chains like McDonald's, use standardized procedure to ensure consistent service across thousands of outlets. And Gantt charts used today for project scheduling originate from this school. So second is bureaucratic management. Bureaucratic management is a management approach developed by Max Weber. He was a journal sociologist. Bureaucratic management explains how organization can be run more efficiently and fairly through clear rules and through proper structure and hierarchy and defined responsibilities. So bureaucratic management explains how organization can be run more efficiently and fairly through clear rules, structured structured hierarchy, and defined responsibilities. So bureaucratic management, Max Weber believed organizations should be structured logically, impersonally and clearly. So key features of bureaucratic management is clear hierarchy, rules and regulation, impersonality, employment based on merit, division of labor and formal communication. So clear hierarchy means organization should have a chain of command from top to bottom, so everyone knows who supervises whom. Means uh, there is a hierarchy of company like chief executive officer supervises the work of managing director, and managing director supervises the work of board of directors, and board of directors supervises the work of president, and president supervises the work of uh, president supervises the work of general manager, and general manager supervises the work of departmental managers like finance manager, production manager, HR manager, marketing manager. And these departmental managers like production manager, HR manager, marketing manager and finance managers, so these departmental managers supervises the work of branch managers, and branch managers supervises the work of divisional heads, and divisional heads supervises the work of regional managers, and regional managers supervises the work of supervisors, and supervisors supervises the work of non-managerial staffs. So in clear hierarchy, organization should have a chain of command from top to bottom, so everyone knows who supervises whom. And the other is formal rules and procedures. So work should be controlled through written rules to ensure consistency and fairness. Division of labor, each employee should have a specific job role, making work more efficient. I mean, division of labor mean, for example, in the textile company, different labor for ginning process, different labor for weaving process, and different labor for finishing process, and different labor for logistic management, like logistic mean shifting the finished goods to the uh, wholesalers and retailers. So different labor for ginning department, different labor for pressing department, different labor for weaving department, and different labor for finishing department, and different labor for logistic department. So there is a clear division of labor for every department. And impersonality mean decisions should be based on rules, not personal preferences or relationship. Mean there is no nepotism. Nepotism means that the top level manager or the middle level manager is the relative of the non-managerial staff, and the top level management may give preference to that workers who comes under the category of non-managerial staff, and give him bonuses and give him promotion, because he is the relative of the top level. He is the relative of the person who comes under the category of top level management. So decision should not be made should be based on rules, not the personal preferences or relationship. It is called impersonality. And the merit based selection, and the hiring and promotion should depend on skills, qualification and performance, not favoritism. Means hiring the candidate should be based on merit, should be based according to the skills and qualification of the candidate, and should hires that the candidate must have enough skills and capabilities and qualifications to perform this job. So hiring and promote those individuals, promote those employees who have performed well in its previous position, and by working on the lower position, the individual or employee boost up their skills by working as a junior by working on the junior post, then the management think that now he has developed enough skills, and he must be promoted to the senior post, because he has now enough capabilities to perform the job that is required by the senior post. So hiring and promotion should be depend on skill, qualification, and performance, not favoritism, and not hire the employees or promote the employees because of favoritism, because it will damage the company reputation, and it will damage the company productivity, and ultimately it will damage the company's profitability as well. So hiring and promotion should depends on skills, qualifications, and performance, and not favoritism. So government offices, banks, universities, and armed forces use bureaucratic systems to maintain order and consistency. So it's all about my lecture. If you have any question, then make a comment in the comment box. Thanks for watching my video. See you in the next video.